Direct from Las Vegas, it's the Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show.
Welcome to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show. We've got Cooking with Chef Michael and interviews with local and international artists, authors, and performers and celebrities, and much, much more. I'm here with Keith Gallaher Jr., and he has a new album out. But he is not only a singer and a songwriter, he is also an attorney here in Las Vegas. So Keith, tell us a little bit about how you got to come to put this album together.
Well, actually, Sandy, it's my second album. The first album was called Love Songs for Linda, was dedicated to my wife. And the second album is called Two Paths, and there's significance in the title, because on the cover of the CD, you will see me with a hat on looking at two different paths. The first path is the path of a lawyer, which I've followed for the last 41 years. And the second path is the new path, and that's the music path.
So, but you're still an attorney.
Oh, yes. Practicing attorney, very busy every day.
And this is something you're very passionate about.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't intend to retire anytime soon.
What kind of law do you practice?
I practice in the plaintiff's personal injury arena, but this is what I've done for the last 30 plus years. I've also practiced in criminal defense, complex civil litigation, probate litigation. Basically, my entire career has been in the courtroom.
Now, I know your first album, you wrote that song for your wife, so that was the impetus to get that started. So what was your vision for this new album called Two Paths?
Well, I was having too much fun in the recording studio. When I go into the recording studio, for me, it's like a vacation because my practice is busy. I'm very active every day. I spend a lot of time in trial, a lot of time in the courtroom. But the recording to me is just a joy. It's just something that takes me away from what I do every day, and I have so much fun at the recording that it was sort of a natural thing to progress after the first album and want to do the second. Now,
what studio are you recording at here in Las Vegas?
Everything's recorded at Studio at the Palms.
Oh, the Palms. I love that studio. It's beautiful.
It's a beautiful studio with great equipment.
I know. And, you know, they've had a lot of big artists come in there and record there.
Yes.
And in fact, I recorded my Christmas album there, or Christmas song, my single, Santa Baby.
Well, that's one big artist.
That's one, yeah. And the nice thing about Christmas songs, which I'm sure you're going to be doing a Christmas song sooner or later.
I've actually already done two.
Oh, you've done two?
I have. I did Silent Night last year, and this year I did Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas.
Well, and the good thing about Christmas songs is you get to have them played over and over each year.
Yes.
You know?
And
so.
I've sort of pledged to do a Christmas song every year now until I finally hang up my spikes in the recording studio. But the way things are working out right now, that may not be anytime soon.
Oh, that's right. Well, the way you're going, you know, second album, third, fourth, coming in the future, right?
Very, very possible. We recorded a song last Friday. Plans are to record a third album of songs that were written by Teddy Randazzo, who was a very famous singer-songwriter out of New York City. Mm-hmm. I've done a number of his tunes, but now the next plan is to do a complete album of his songs.
Well, I notice on here you've got some standards. You've got I Can See Clearly Now.
Yes. I've always loved that tune. Johnny Nash first sang it in the 70s. I liked it when I was a young boy listening to it. Well, not so young, I guess, but I loved it then, and I wanted to record it. We also did Perry Como's It's Impossible, because I always loved that song as well, and then Bruce Springsteen's I'm on Fire.
Bruce Springsteen's I'm on Fire, oh my gosh. You know, now also you've got another single coming out, and what is that song?
Well, this was totally unique. It's Clarence's idea primarily. Clarence Collins is my producer. He's the founder of Little Anthony Imperials and a member of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Well, Little Anthony Imperials recorded Shimmy Shimmy Cocoa Bop.
That's right.
Back in the 60s, 70s, and it was a big hit for them. Well, it hasn't been recorded by anyone that I know of since then. So Clarence got the bright idea that we should do it, and we did, to a very updated electronic dance track.
So not only are you doing the standards, the classics, writing songs and contributing them to and dedicating them to your wife, and you're also on Two Paths here, and you're going to be doing dance music.
Well, that was the plan, and frankly, it's in the final mix stage now. It sounds really good. So it's already on its way down to Los Angeles to be mastered by Bernie Grumman, and we should have it back by the end of the week.
Well, I just want to know one thing. Are you going to be in the dance clubs when they're playing your tune?
No, I will probably have been asleep about 4, 5, 6 hours before it's played.
That's right. And do you have a big bass, a heavy bass in your song
Very much
also?
so. It's very much a dance tune. It's something that the young people would probably like and dance to. And it's such a unique version of that song. I just think that they'll all like it very much.
Well, now, how are you promoting and marketing this?
Well, I mean, I have, the songs are all out on CD Baby and iTunes and Google Music and Spotify and all of those websites. In addition, there is a store in Reno at the Reno Town Mall that sells my music, but it's for a special purpose. There's a organization called the WIMA Ranch Foundation, and it is a foundation that supports wild horses.
Oh, so you're raising funds for
Yeah,
them.
and what happens is I send the music up there, the music is sold, and the proceeds go to, hopefully, feed a whole lot of wild horses.
Well, that's good, because there's a lot of them out there, I know, that are endangered right now.
Yes.
Yes.
And so it's sort of a pet charity of a friend of mine, and I'm more than happy to help.
Yeah. Now, do you have a website where people can find your music?
Keith Gallaher Jr. Music. If you Google that, you'll find my Facebook, you'll find my website.
What about videos?
I have a video, A Song Without an End. We did a video of that song, and that's actually on Vimeo. It's also, you can access it on my music Facebook. You can access it on my music website. And we're probably going to do a video to Shimmy Shimmy Cocoa Bop 2015.
Oh my gosh, I want to be in it.
You're invited.
That should be a lot of fun.
I think it will be.
Well, listen, thank you so much, Keith, for being on the show. It's always good to have you here. I know we had you on our radio show before, but it's good to see you back again, and good to see the new projects that you're working on. And it's good to see that you're following two different paths, because I think it's good and it's inspiring for people that maybe are doing something else in their lives but have another passion, and see that it is possible.
Well, it is, and Sandy, thank you very much for having me on the show.
Thank you. And we're going to have some good food later by Chef Michael.
I'm well aware of Chef Michael and his food, and I've eaten it many times and enjoyed it very much.
Yes. So, we'll be right back. Hi, I'm Sandy Kastel, and I love entertainment, but I also have a great passion for real estate. Do you need your home sold? Well, if anyone can sell your home, I can. Call 702-348-5707. That's 702-348-5707. I'm Sandy Kastel, putting the customer first. We're here at Backstage Dance Studio, and I'm going into a class with Angelo Moyo to take beginning jazz for my Staying Fit and Fabulous program. I'll see you inside.
Chapter 5. Back 1, 2, 3, and press 5, 6, 7 again, and stretch 1, 2, 3.
I'm here with Angelo Moyo, and he's our dance teacher, and we all love him here at Backstage Dance Studio. You know, Angelo, you've been in the business. Oh, there, look, they love you, they love you. And if you go on Facebook, you can see the testimonies about Angelo, okay? And you've been in the business a long time. You've worked with some wonderful people, and Anne Margaret, Juliet Prowse, to name a few. I know some others. And on Facebook, there's all kinds of pictures of you throughout the years of you dancing with all these wonderful people. How does dancing make an effect on your life?
Well, I've been dancing for such a long time now. I think that dancing has gotten me through everything in my life. It's gotten me through all of the most wonderful, happy times of my life, and then it's gotten me through the low times too. So I think that as dancers, and I think you would all agree with me, that as dancers we're so lucky to have dance to be able to lift us up when we need it and keep us there when we're already there, you know?
Yeah.
So for me, dancing is just, I can't imagine not dancing.
Yeah, you know, we've got some dancers in the room that are professional dancers, but also we've got some housewives,
Yes.
some businesswomen, some businessmen.
Yep.
We've got a variety of different people in here, and I know this is called a beginning class, but it's really advanced beginning now, because a lot of us have been with you for a long
That's right.
time.
Everybody's gotten so good
Yes.
that it's not really a beginning level. It's a little hard when people come in and they've never had a class before,
Right.
Because everybody has gotten so good that through the years it's gotten progressively more difficult.
Okay, so now I want to ask you something. I want to know how you know when a new student comes in here or somebody that's at a different level, how do you keep everybody happy? How do you pay attention to everybody? Because I know when a new student comes in, even myself included, if I've been away for 6 months, you watch. My level might not be up to somebody else's level. So how do you maintain that balance within the class?
You know, I always try to make sure that when we've got somebody new coming into the studio, I always try to make sure that I acknowledge them, that I learn their name immediately. Try to explain to them what they're going to, especially if it's their first class ever, try to explain to them we're going to do a warm-up and we're going to go for half an hour straight and then we're going to put our shoes on. Try to explain to them what is going to happen over the next hour and a half. Because I think that when people come into a new studio or a new dance class, they're nervous, you know, but I think that if you can just break that ice in the beginning and let them know that you've acknowledged them, you know they're here, and they kind of know what to expect, and you just tell them, just keep going, you know, don't stop, don't judge it, just do it and listen to the music and enjoy it. And then at the end of the class, I always try to make sure I go and talk to them as well afterwards and say, you know, how well they've done. I try to stay in front of them during the combination to make sure they've got somebody to follow. And most of the time that works.
You know, I know you have a following from New York,
Yeah.
to LA, to around the world. Because I know anytime somebody's here in Las Vegas, from wherever they are, we just had somebody leave that had to go back to New York, and she was like, I don't want to go back.
Yeah.
I want to be here because I don't want to miss a class with you. I mean, you've got followers from around the world, and you go out and you travel and you work on different shows and you work
Yes.
with different programs around the world.
Yeah.
So how do you maintain that schedule?
Well, you know, I must say I don't do it as much anymore as I did when I was a little bit younger. But you know, it's always fun to go into other places and dance and either do a new project, work on some choreography, or go and be a guest teacher at someone else's studio. I think all of that is part of what makes dancing fun. You get to meet so many people all over the country, and you have the same language wherever you go. You all know what a kickball change is. You all speak the same language. Dancers all understand each other. We all understand what makes us tick. So no matter where we go, you find that you have friends everywhere. So it's always a welcoming, wonderful experience. So it's fun.
All right, so one more question.
All right.
You know about WIMA,
Oh, yes,
Women
yes,
and Men in
yes,
Music and Arts,
yes.
empowering artists of all ages through education, mentoring, and scholarships. And it's something very dear to my heart.
Yes.
And we raise money for scholarships,
Yes.
you know, for artists in our community. And if you were going to tell, you know, young dancers, young performers, one thing that's the most important thing to keep in mind as they're starting out, what would that be?
What would be the most important? I mean, number one is practice, practice, practice. You know, number one is you've got to get to class and you've got to study. But I think that maybe even more than that is if you really want to do this, don't be discouraged. Because in the show business world, you get a lot of rejection and a little bit of acceptance. But if you stop after the first couple of rejections, you're never going to get to do it. Because we've all have to go through that. You're not the right height, or you're not the right color hair, and you can't take that personally. You have to just say, okay, I wasn't right for this show. When's the next audition, and go. So I just say, I think don't give up. That would be the biggest thing, is if you really want to do it, don't give up.
I agree.
Absolutely.
As a matter of fact, I have a song called Don't Tell Me I Can't. How many
That's
of us
right.
have ever been told you can't, you won't, and you never will, right? Well, I got to tell you, you can. Just take a step each day towards your goals. And you will be attesting to this because you've known me a long time.
Yep.
And sometimes we take a detour and then we come back on our path, right? So keep plugging, keep going, practice, practice, practice. And come to Angelo's class. Bye. Thank you.
WIMA. What does that mean, Sandy?
Women and Men in Music and Arts.
WIMA.
Empowering artists of all ages through education, mentoring, and scholarships.
What a great feeling to give these scholarships to these people that need it.
I know, and you can go to WIMAfoundation.org, become a member, or make a donation.
I'm here with Felicia Hague, and Felicia has a very special line of jewelry for us that she's going to show us. As a matter of fact, I'm wearing a couple of pieces. Look at this.
She's rocking it.
Yep, I'm rocking it. And this is called, what is this called exactly? HuHu?
Right, HuHu Jewels, and this is one of our single strand pieces. It's leather and surgical stainless steel, and we use a real previously fired bullet as the clasp. So we're really, really excited because just several weeks ago we got the design patent. We're the only ones in the world now that can use a real previously fired bullet as the way to take our jewelry on and off.
Now, what is the significance of having a previously fired bullet?
Well, I think the whole world loves champions, and that's why the Rocky movies, at any time of day or night, all over the world, you can always see there's a Rocky movie somewhere playing. And I think it's because the whole world loves champions. The bullet represents speed, strength, power. It's about the fact that we all have obstacles on a daily basis, from the kids that are getting bullied on the playground to people who are fighting sicknesses and they're just fighting for a breath, to the men and women in our military. Everybody has these struggles, and the bullet represents that you get knocked down and you just keep on coming.
See, she's given a bullet a totally different meaning here, and we were talking a little bit about this on the radio the other day. As a matter of fact, we were talking about racing, and you are teamed up with one of the NASCAR racers.
Derek Cope, who's
Yes.
awesome, the epitome of the word champion. He won the 1990 Daytona 500, and him and his wife Felicia and his whole race team are the most down-to-earth, true champions. I mean, who would you rather see win the Daytona 500? Somebody who was born with a silver spoon in their mouth, that has the fastest race car and the best that money can buy? Or would you rather see somebody who is working on the engine themselves, has to refurbish it for 10 races in a row, and calls me up because the brakes just gave on the trailer and they're working on it? So they are got to be the most, they have an underpowered car. And they just keep on coming, though.
That's
they keep
right.
on racing,
That's right.
and they keep on coming in some money.
Yeah.
I mean, they're doing well.
Yeah, and they're continuing to get more sponsors and stuff, too.
Absolutely.
We were talking about that. Also, we met on the Ladies of On Pit Road Racing with a very good friend of ours, Dianne Fox.
Absolutely.
And Dianne is sitting over there in the other side of the room.
Hi, Dianne.
How
She's
are you?
awesome.
So, how did you come to meet Dianne?
I met her in the pits.
In the pits?
In the pits at NASCAR.
At the racing.
I'd never been to a NASCAR show ever. And it looked like to me one giant left turn, left-hand turn. And they called me up and they said, we've seen your stuff online. We've heard about you through some of the trade shows that we've been going to. And we think the Bullet would be great, because I didn't know this, but apparently some cars are actually nicknamed the Bullet. I never knew that.
That's right.
Who'd have thunk that? So they said, come on down to the pits and check it out. It's, I think that our people are going to love what you're doing.
Right.
And so I did, and we got to sit on one of the giant toolboxes in the pit, where they come and change the tires, zing, zing, zing.
Oh, and they're fast.
Oh, man, and what an adrenaline rush it was.
Yes, it
I
is.
went from being somebody who never watched it to, man, I'm a fan now.
That's right. Now, you've got several of your pieces right here, and I noticed that some of them have 3 strands.
Yep.
And you told me yesterday or the other day that you make these with a 200-year-old machine that does the braiding.
Yeah, it's a 120-year-old machine. The chain is unique to us. I'll show you one of the pieces. And the cool thing about it is that it's a double-sided chain. So it takes us 3 days to make just 500 foot of the chain. And one of the reasons is that it's unique to us. We calibrate the machine in a very specific way. So we have one side is kind of this, and then the other side has a completely different look, almost like staple kind of
Right.
look.
And I noticed you're able to, this is made out of leather, and then is this metal?
Surgical stainless
It's
steel.
Surgical stainless steel. And I noticed on some of these pieces, you have different imprints on this. Like this one has the cross on
Cross
it.
is burned into the end caps.
Right,
And
and
this one
so-
is more of a simple.
Right. And this one you have pink, so you do have different color of leathers that you can use. So, and also, the reason you're called HuHu is because it means help us, help others.
Help us help you.
Or help us help you. Well,
Right.
that's others too.
Yeah, absolutely.
But also, so what you do is you partner up with different companies and some nonprofit organizations.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep, like the pink is a big fan of the breast cancer awareness. So I can't tell you how many people at the trade shows have bought this, and because they're either breast cancer survivors or they know somebody who is a breast cancer survivor. And again, the bullet is all about the fight and overcoming obstacles.
Now, I noticed this one has a larger bullet on it. Is this for a man?
Yep, we use 2 different size bullets. We actually are the manufacturers of ammunition as well, and we're one of the only companies in the world that uses copper-only projectiles. Any other .22 in the world is going to be jacketed with lead in the middle, and of course we don't want to wear lead. So that's another thing that enables us to use the entire bullet in our clasp. So the 9mm is again, it's been previously fired, and a lot of men like to wear. They can wear the 22s, but a lot of men like the larger bullet,
And
for
you
sure.
said that there's a certain way that that this clasp is so that it will not come off.
Absolutely, we
Once you put
guarantee
it
it.
on,
Yeah,
yes.
for 5 years,
Right.
we guarantee that this will not break. It won't fall off. You can hang a traffic light with this chain. It is so durable.
It's very strong.
Absolutely.
Now, and I noticed that you do other, you have the necklaces, and you
necklaces.
also have charms. You said you did a charm for the NAR?
We did a charm. They haven't had one in 50 years, and it came out
Wow.
awesome. They got a cool logo. It's the eagle holding the rifles. And so we did that for them. We just recently joined hands with Diva Wow, which has 20 million members, Women Outdoors Worldwide. And that's all about empowering women. That's what their group is about. Wonderful lady, Judy Rhodes, the founder of that. We just partnered with a country artist up in Cummings, CJ Groton. It just came out with a new album, and he's on tour, and he's on the Hunting Channel now. He's the celebrity artist on the Hunting Channel. And he's awesome.
And you said that he wants one that has actually two of the
yes.
three-stranders, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
country people like it thick.
That's right, that's
know.
right. So what was the inspiration behind this to begin with? How did it just start? I mean...
But just the fact that from the day that I watched my first Rocky movie, I've been in love. I fell in love with the champion in people. And I said, man, I got to do something that you hear about bad news all over, and people like to hear it because of what happened next. But you know what? How about hearing about some good stuff? We have some beautiful qualities in us and people in general. And it makes me cry when I watch a movie. It just brings tears to my eyes when I see how people get knocked down and they just keep on coming. And I said, I got to make something that
Symbolic,
that
Right.
symbolizes the good in people, the part of us that is beautiful.
So where can people go to find this?
www.huhujewels.com, HuHuJewels.com.
HU, helping us, helping
Help you.
you.
Absolutely.
Help us, help you. So thank you so much, Felicia, for being on our
Thank
show.
you for
It's good to
having
have
me.
you. And I'm looking forward to teaming up with you and doing something for WIMA. I
That'd
think
be
that would be a
awesome.
wonderful thing. And we've got a lot of exciting things coming up. Stick around. We'll be right back with some food from Chef Michael.
Bye, guys.
She's been thrilling audiences all around the world. Now you're going to be thrilled at the latest album from singer-songwriter Sandy Kastel. Get your copy now of Indiana Rain.
Indiana rain coming down in the middle of the night.
Hey, Sandy, do you know something? The Tuscany Grill in Henderson, their meatballs are phenomenal.
So is their cheesecake
Haha, so is their veal parmesan.
and their lasagna.
And their spaghetti bolognese.
Oh my gosh, everything is great.
Let's go. I'm starving. We're going right now. Let's go eat some dinner.
I'm so hungry.
Hi, I'm Sandy Kastel,
And this is Chef Michael.
and we're here at Canyon Gate Country Club, and we have a special treat prepared for you. Chef Michael, tell them what it is.
I'm very excited because today I am cooking with my paisan, Chef Gary, and we're going to make a beautiful dish called shrimp scampi. Mamma mia, that food's going to be fantastic. So come on, follow us. What a show we got lined up for you today.
Come on. We're here with Gary Colafrancesco at Canyon Gate Country Club, and also with Chef Michael.
Extra virgin olive oil,
So in essence, what you're doing, you're using olive oil itself.
extra virgin olive oil,
Extra,
always.
and
yes.
has never been touched before, has it?
That's right.
Okay.
Extra virgin. Well, we don't know about
Okay.
that. And then we put some fresh garlic in.
Oh, boy, that sounds good.
You're liking, yes. Let it get nice and hot. Always got to mix it up a little. See how hot that is there?
Now, a lot of people, what they do, you can use shallots instead of garlic or just garlic?
Yeah, shallots is a garlic family. It's a
Okay.
cross between an onion and a... So
Okay.
you can use
Now, where are you
both.
from, Gary? Your family's from...
I'm a first-generation Italian, full-blooded Italian. My parents are from Rome, Italy.
Really?
Yes.
So if I took your shoes off, you'd have purple feet.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, it sounds marvelous.
Yeah, that's a good one, yes.
So now, why are you doing two different dishes?
Well, I'm just showing two different,
Showing
but we're
two
going to go to
different
one
options?
now. We're going to go
Okay.
to one, yes.
Okay.
And then we add the wine, of course. And that'll fire up a little bit on you. You like that? Yeah. So, Michael, you want to get the shrimp there,
Oh,
sir?
yeah.
And just put those in one at a time. Michael's putting jumbo shrimp in that have been steamed and cooked already. You put them here. There you go.
You want them on both?
And you put those into your liking, right? Put 6 to 10 to 12 shrimp in if you'd like. There you go. This guy's, look at him. Ambidextrous. And then a little hot pepper, little fresh chili hot pepper to your liking. Yeah, you do the one. Turn it around. You know how to do this, Michael? Beautiful. Michael showed me a lot of my tricks here, so.
It smells absolutely delicious, ladies and gentlemen. If you can only smell the bouquet, right, Sam?
Seriously,
It is absolutely fantastic. Boy, that looks
Look
good.
at that. Yes.
Now, what's the next step here?
So now we're going to put the pasta in. Well, first we're going to put some butter in. Here you go.
All right.
Some butter pats, fresh butter at the end to make that sauce
Oh,
real
boy, that
luscious,
sounds
you
good.
know?
That looks
This is
fantastic.
going
Way to go.
to melt right in there.
Terrific.
This is the key to the whole sauce, the
It's
butter.
the butter and the oil.
That's right, fresh butter.
Well, I noticed that the butter and the oil, what that does is that doesn't make it too greasy. It balances everything out because it's the same weight.
Yes.
When you make your juices, you
your
can
sauce,
see.
You got your sauces.
Absolutely
We're going to
fabulous.
become thick now.
Delicious.
All right, Michael.
What else we got here?
We're going to put the pasta in, then we'll make 2 variations. When we plate it up, we'll make 2 variations of the scampi.
Sounds marvelous.
Here you go, sir.
Thank you very much.
Pasta right in there.
Okay, let's see what we got
grab
here.
it right out of there.
All right.
Put it right in there.
All right, here.
Sorry for the There you go. That's okay.
all right. And
There
this
you
one
go.
here.
Here you go. I'll come to you.
Thank you, sir.
There you go. That's good. Perfect. And now you can flip it around a little.
See, it's all in the wrist, everybody. It's all in the
And
wrist.
what we're going to do is tear apart a few fresh basil leaves here, Michael.
Oh,
there
boy,
you
that
go.
sounds
Look at that.
fantastic.
Just
Look at
tear
that.
it up.
Woo!
Tear it up. Here we go. You can get one. We just take this and put it right in there. Make sure the shrimp are on top so you can see it like that. Look at that. Right there. Look at that.
Wow, pretty.
Oh, nice, Michael.
Marvelous.
Oh, so excuse my back. Then what we'll do is we'll
This looks
look how beautiful
absolutely
this is
fabulous.
for color. Sun-dried tomatoes.
Oh my God in heaven, that's what I'm talking about. This really looks good. Smells delicious, very, very flavorful, and I can't wait. And this is what you call linguine, am I correct by
Yes,
saying that?
linguine, pasta, linguine shrimp scampi.
And this looks absolutely fabulous. Okay, as you can see, we're here with the chef at Canyon Gate. The food here is absolutely delicious.
Here we are with the finished meal that Gary Colafrancesco just prepared for us in the kitchen with Chef Michael. And this looks wonderful, Gary.
Yes,
oh my
thank you.
gosh.
Thank
oh
you.
my
I gotta
gosh.
tell you, Gary, all jokes aside, my grandmother used to make this. And she was Sicilian and Napolitan. And I gotta tell you, folks, this is absolutely delicious.
Yes.
And like I said, we're going to start digging in right now, and we want to thank you for checking in this segment of Chef Michael, and we'll be back with another segment next week. So we love you. We thank you very much. And as my father would say, bon da salud, everybody.
Yes.
Boy, this is delicious.
Bon
I'm
da
telling you.
salud.
Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Thank you.
This is great.
Everybody eats.
This is great. Canyon
Manja,
Gate.
manja.
I love Canyon Gate. This is good.
Thank you for joining Sandy Kastel and Friends. See you next time.